Welcome, mere mortalites, to another round of the Meanderings. This is a session where we take it a little bit lighter, where we discuss some not so serious topics. We sometimes get onto serious ones, though, but we'll see how we go. I am Kyron. I have Juan over here. As I mentioned, it is a bit shit shambles. I've got my witch's hat on to reflect this because I've set up something so the video might be a little bit darker. It's held together with twine and string. It's I don't know how to tie knots, people. I'd be a terrible sailor. But yes, we are here for your ears once again. Today, I have a couple of things related to a fast follow and fake-ass apps and shit apps.
Fast follow and fake-ass apps.
So I'll get right into this.
So do it, because I don't have too many notes today, so I'm keen to hear from you.
The fast follow feature. One, do you know what this is?
The fast follow feature. No.
Okay. Do you know what a QR code is?
Yes.
Of course you do. So I've got something for you here. Check on the back of my phone.
Okay.
Try doing that while I'm getting something out of the bag. So tell me what your experience is like doing that.
The funny thing is, do you remember a time when I was like, oh, we should put a QR code onto our A-frame so that when people go to it, there you go. So my experience is that it goes nice and quickly to our website.
Okay, so to describe the QR code as well, we have the Mere Mortals logo in the picture of it as well, and it goes into there. Now, one of the cool things that you can do with the Podcasting 2.0 app is I can bring up CurioCaster, for example, and do it in the actual app itself,
as in the
QR code. So there's a place to click the camera button, so I can go into there, and if I then scan my same QR code that you have here, so you think, oh, this isn't super useful, it just goes, well, it's kind of useful, it still goes to our site, but when I do it in this actual app, I open the camera, and I've printed off a bunch more. So
look at this.
If you can
he's prepared.
Get out one of those QR codes for me. Or actually, just hold it up and I'll try it on here.
Should be able to do a little one there.
Yeah. So it captures it on the actual thing. And then what it does is it subscribes to it in the actual app itself.
Oh,
so you don't even need to go out of the app. So
that is very cool.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a double thing. Now, what I have as well for us here... If you hold it up to the camera, you can see there are multiple ones. So I have printed off a couple of big ones, and I do want to use that on our board that you've suggested at some stage.
Yep.
But watch here, people. This is viral marketing live. So what I'm going to do is...
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to start posting these just in random areas
well, that's what I was just about to say.
And just put a random QR code and just see...
what happens from it?
Yes. Yeah. So I'll definitely
do one. But is this QR code here going to go to... So, like our website?
So this one will just go to our website.
Gotcha,
yes.
okay.
So we can't... you can only talk about the fast follow and things like that when people are really aware of it and when the apps themselves have got it. So CurioCaster at the moment has it. I'm not sure about a lot of the other ones. So
really been thinking about this as you put this up. So as you can see, Karen in the background of Karen's video, he's putting them up there, folks. This is viral marketing getting out there. But one thing I noticed I believe it was in the city a couple of months ago, and I was walking around pre-lockdown, so maybe years ago, someone had made paper airplanes into little spots of where you would try to cross the road, and it had a little bit of writing on it saying, like, open me up, and then you'd open up this paper, and yes, it would be advertising, and they'd basically gone around to all of the traffic stops areas where you can go walk by it, and shoved it in there. So I do like this idea. We might get blasted at some point for someone being like, oh, you're
littering
or something like that, but as long as it doesn't fall on the ground, it's okay.
Yeah, well, I'm using it's not even blue tack, it's Ooh tack.
Ooh, dang.
So I'm not so confident on that.
Well, it's because we're mere mortals. We can't afford blue tack, we're just affording Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm...
Okay, that's cool.
Look, me personally, I'm not too much a fan of things getting, like, put in my face, and especially viral stuff. You can almost... I would almost say that as littering in a way. To be fair, I pick up a lot of litter from my own park where I'm at, so I'm sort of balancing the world
balancing it out, yeah.
And I'm willing to give it a try and just see what happens. So I've even got these cute little tiny ones which measure about 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter.
Oh, nice, yeah.
They still work as well. It takes a little bit of effort. So I'm wondering, like...
Were you thinking of putting those tiny ones?
I honestly have no idea, man. I'm thinking I'll just walk around. Anytime I'm at a random place... I'll have blue tack, I'll have some QR codes with me, I'll just stick it up there. And
I think that would be a cool idea. I almost, even more, although this is not what's going on down, but I think in the future, I would suggest doing something like the Mere Immortals have scattered 10 across Melbourne, 10 across Sydney, 10 across Brisbane.
If
you find them and you scan them, treasure hunt style, like you win a particular thing, you win an NFT or you win something. I think that would be pretty cool. I think you'd do that little mixture of digital and reality.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I
could do that.
Remember, Pokemon Go was absolutely huge because it combined that element of you're actually going out. It's like you're playing like you're actually playing Pokemon out in the streets and things like that. So I think that element, and I even remember before that there was a bit of a craze of sort of like zombie type tag games. So you get a bunch of people together somehow, and it's like we've agreed these are the rules, and then it was just in urban streets or something, it's like you were playing in a zombie movie or something like that. So
it's interesting when that Pokemon Go game, because I got into it heaps maybe for a month, maybe a month and a half, and then I just kind of got weary of doing it. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I had a shit phone at the time, so I was
not even taking part of it.
I couldn't do anything.
But I remember at the time thinking this is going to be like awesome. I reckon so many more things. And I started hearing like Harry Potter's Wizarding World was going to come out. I don't even know if that thing's come out yet or not.
I've never heard or seen anything on that.
So saying that was going to come out, and I thought for sure, here we go. Like we've reached mainstream with the sort of augmented reality, using your phone. What's going to be next? But it feels like there's a little bit of a lull. It's like since that happened, you're right. It kind of like died down, and I haven't really heard too much. Is it maybe because I'm older? Maybe, but I know a lot of young people who aren't really participating in that. I think I'm seeing people more revert back to just using more online things, not that augmented reality, virtual reality type of thing. I reckon a couple of years off from the full upheaval of that, perhaps. Or maybe people are just like, I can't bother going outside. So
yeah. And I mean, it just depends on the age of people as well. So getting into some podcasting stats recently, barely anyone under the age of 25 listens to podcasts. And then it seems to be makes sense for me, because around 25, that's when I started getting into them. So I think there's something about just technologies hitting a certain stage, and then it's like...
I wonder what that would mean to the future of podcasting in general. If like the younger generations aren't listening to it as much. If it's like 25 and beyond. Because, you see when social media stuff came out in 2006, 2007, 2008, right? Like, I get a lot of this info probably from Gary and a couple of others, but they were like, this is going to be the next big thing. And people were always around that time saying, what the hell? This is for putting pictures. So Instagram, when Instagram came out, it was for like what people would have imagined is just like photographers. It's for photographers to put up a picture, and that was it. That was all it was used for. So for you to tell someone at the very beginning of Instagram came out like, oh, it's going to be used as a social media platform to share things and buy things. Like, of course, people will be like, what the hell? But it was being used by a younger generation, which then grew up into it and made it be what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, if there's none of that younger generation getting into podcasting, is it going to become one of those things that something that's being used now in that 10 years old to 18-year-old demographic, maybe in like 5 years' time, that will be the dominant way that it gets used, and this will kind of be forgotten about a bit. But I wouldn't say, like I'd say, YouTube is still being used probably through the younger demographics. Is there something else that's going to overtake it? Like one of the biggest trends I'm seeing lately is, so TikTok used to be 1 minute videos, right?
Wasn't it even shorter than that? At some,
it might have been shorter. It might have been 30 seconds, but
it
went up to a minute. I do recall this, and people would used to post a lot of part 1, part 2, part 3, and it was basic. It was literally like someone had gotten a YouTube video and split it up into 8 parts and re-uploaded it into TikTok.
Yeah.
Fine. But recently that I've noticed is TikTok now is 3-minute videos. And I'm seeing people putting like what you would expect to see in a YouTube video, just compressed into a 3-minute TikTok video. And then that gets me wondering, okay, well, is that going to get to the point where maybe they'll extend it out? Like there'll be like a theoretical TikTok. It doesn't have to be TikTok, might be other platforms where it's kind of like you're getting a podcast, maybe 5 minutes worth of information, but very, very quickly, and you can just flick through. I'm imagining, let's say you just pick a topic like, whatever, Socrates or sports or being immortal or physics, and you flick into it and it's like a 2-minute video on whatever topic, and you flick again and it's another 2-minute video about the same similar topic. Like I wonder if that will take off as some sort of like infinity pool combined with the education, rather than people being like, oh, I don't want to have to find something, or just give me something while I'm just wanting to use it. So.
Yeah, all these things are starting to merge, man. Check out this. So this is the animated No Agenda. Her name is Dame Jennifer, and so this is just a normal podcasting app. Well, this one in particular is Podfriend, but you can go onto Apple, and if you click on it and just play one of the episodes, you'll see it's actually a video podcast. It is video in these places. So there are podcasts out there where you can go onto that Apple, whatever it is that you have on your Apple phone, play it, and it'll play as a video rather than just as pure audio. So the artwork, so that already exists out there. I'm looking into that for doing it for us. It's pretty much going to be impossible, I think, for our longer ones, but potentially for all the clips that I create, if there's a way, there potentially might be a way. Watch this space for that sort of thing. But if you go onto that, there are places out there where it's already, okay, is this an audio podcast or is this a video podcast now? Like, it's pretty much a video podcast now.
Yeah.
So
it's whatever the combination of it. It's just synonymous with a podcast, just has both kind of deal.
Yeah. And what they're trying to do with podcasting 2.0, for example, is bring in cross-commenting. So that's sort of making it more like YouTube, but then they're doing other things which make it more like a blog type thing. So it's all getting wrapped up into
sometimes do you ever think about like what is? Let's just not think about what exists right now. And yes, some of them are merging together. They're starting to utilize similar features, the functionalities is getting all. But I'm just trying to think personally, like you as a user, what would you say would be your ideal way to consume things? Even from what you've seen now, and if you could do whatever improvement, what would that like ideal looking podcast platform look like?
Yeah.
Or even content absorbing platform. Like you say you could have absorbed everything into one. What would be like, okay, that would be ideal for me?
Yeah. For me, the most critical things that I like are mostly on YouTube. So it's the video component. I really do like being able to see the people talking or whatever it is that they want to display. So I really enjoy that. I enjoy the commenting on them as well.
Yeah, you do like
cross commenting would be really good, I think, if that was possible. And then I think the next bits would be accessibility. So me just being able to say into my phone, hey, phone, play whatever. Not even that. Just say, play X. And then it'll just pop up.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting you say that, because I remember
accessibility of it. I remember going real quick into it.
I remember finding out how to do that with, not Siri, with Bixby, and I did all the coding for it, and I got it to work, but something messed up at the end, and I was like, man, whatever, I'm not going to bother with it.
Yeah, the times I've tried with it hasn't been great.
But even then, with the voice things, I'm like, would you really want to do it? I'm just like, it's like voice at the moment, and here's another one. Like, I was looking back at a 2017 video of Gary, and he was talking around like you should really be investing in audio and in voice, and like I mean it is there in some forms and shapes, but it's not like you use it all the time. Like I definitely don't use it all the time. Even really tech heavy people, I haven't seen them use it a lot of the time. So
yeah,
but no, I think for me an ideal, if I was to listen to podcast or content, I'm starting to go towards the almost infinity pool style TikTok streaming with the option to be selective. Okay. So if I could go to a platform that was like a TikTok, but let's say it could be somewhat specific to you, like if you like science or if you like sport or whatever it may be.
What if it was something like, you select 6 different podcasts that you enjoy, and it will just automatically play the next one that sort of got published, I guess, in that order. So you're in your phone, you don't have to switch podcasts or anything without you having to do that. There actually are places out there you can sort of turn it into a radio station as well. There are radio... And talk about cross-pollination and everything. There's radio stations who are becoming more podcasters. It's like more podcasting, but they're still putting it on their radio station.
iHeartRadio that went into being digital and then is doing like heaps of podcasts. But,
exactly.
No, what I'm imagining is like if I went to TikTok and I could scroll through, so get me here, I could scroll through, instead of, it'd be like 1 minute to 3 minute highlights of podcasts, kind of like a We Pump It Out.
Yeah.
It'd be that section. So let's just say if I've got a top of Joe Rogan, Andrew Huberman Lab, like all this sort of stuff, I could flick through 1 to 3 minute highlights of them that's been specifically selected, or I could go and watch the full episodes. I could get like both options. I think for me that would be really cool, because sometimes I want to hear some of the highlights.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to just like, I do want to listen to the whole episode. So
yeah, once
that
again,
mixture.
there's one out there called Podverse. You create clips. I've done it for a bunch of hours.
Yep.
And yeah, you'll just, if you select the clips page, it'll just get a stream of clips from podcasts, new, recent, top of all time, top of, most of them at the moment are no agenda ones, but I've been creating some of ours as well.
Okay.
So yeah, like
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
all these things are there. They're just not in that final form yet. That real one app that just manages to like nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's, I'm having so much fun.
Which
going through all this,
you're in the early stages of it all. And
Yeah.
if you're a listener right now thinking, what are all these Podverse? Like, I just use Spotify. I'm just listening to you on Apple. Well, yeah, look, all these other ones, like, there's probably 100 out there. There's probably 100 or more out there where you can listen to. I'm like definitely one of those people who are like, I'm happy with using Spotify or I'm happy to listen on YouTube. But from what you've showed me, like, I'm still, like, I'd be totally prepared to be like, okay, I'll go listen somewhere else because it seems like they're robust enough that you can use them.
Yeah,
like, they're not going to break on you. It's not going to break your app.
Well,
Seem okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be forcing this shit on you anyway, man. Like, you're going to be trying some of the...
Yep.
We said we'd do the car one. We still haven't done that yet, so we need to try that out.
Try that out.
Well, we've been talking about good apps. How about we talk about some shit ones?
Yeah, shit apps. Okay.
Man, I've been getting caught out with... I wrote down here, shit-ass fake apps.
Yep.
So, Overcast is one, for example.
Overcast.
Yeah, so Overcast is... They're talking about tons on the Podcasting 2.0 Overcast. They're doing these things, this and this. So I download the app. Now, that was that one where I showed you where it has the 5-second ad, unskippable ad at the front.
Oh, yeah,
you click the X, and then it says another ad comes up. So then you get rid of that. Then it takes you into some sort of pod player. And I looked to try and get the no subscription, no ad
you
thing,
went to the button for it.
and it's unavailable. Now, what I didn't realize was this isn't the app they're talking about. So unless they are absolutely out of their minds and everything is wrong with 2.0, I'm pretty sure that is a sort of fake app so that Overcast isn't accessible here in Australia. And then someone has created something with a logo that looks very similar with, it's the same sort of functionality as podcasting app, but you didn't know. Another example of this, Cash App. You know what Cash App is?
Yep.
Have you ever tried to download it?
No.
So if you do it in Australia, you've got the green thing. It's got something that looks like a Cash App $sign or C or whatever it is that they have. You go into it and you earn Bitcoin or you earn tokens by playing these reward games. So you're playing like Candy Crush for 5 minutes and you can earn X amount of tokens.
2 Bitcoins. 2 Bitcoins per 5 minutes.
Yeah, God, if only, man. Or it's a survey that you fill out or things like this. And I thought, this is what the Cash App is? This is what everyone's been talking about? What, you can't do anything.
What the hell is this thing?
There's no functionality with sending Bitcoin via this, or how the hell do you connect it to your bank account or anything? Go on, and then it's like, no, the Cash App's only available in America and Puerto Rico or whatever. So I've been tricked.
You've been duped.
I've been duped
by the fake apps. But even the real apps, I'll actually give you a story. Sportsbet.
Yeah.
So Sportsbet, right? Many years ago, I liked using Sportsbet a couple of times. I put $5 on a little bit of rugby bet, $10 here on the soccer match. Going big spender. And I got on a tear. Got an absolute tear months ago, right? Months and months ago. And I put $100 into Sportsbet. And I'd gotten back like $180. I was up.
Yeah.
I was up 180%. 180% up. And I was like, wow, I'm going well. I'm going to cash out. I'm going to cash out some of this. I'm going to take out my initial investment of $100 and I'm going to free flow the rest. I go to actually cash out. So I click on, there's a specific button where you can deposit and you cash out. And the button for deposit works perfectly.
Oh, yeah,
you know what
it does?
The cash out button. The cash out button did not work.
Yeah.
I remember clicking on it and it would log me out straight away. So I have to log back in. I'd click the cash out button again. Wouldn't work. Contacted them. No luck. I tried sending them messages, emails, all of this. Nothing. So I was like, look, at this point I was like, I don't care. So I'm just gonna bet it and see what happens. Lost all of it. But I remember actually going even up higher again. Tried cashing out again.
Yeah.
It crashed on me again. And I'm like, dude, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna spend it and just have fun with it.
That's a good system.
But I was like, goddamn app. So I don't know if I was duped or I was just like retarded and didn't get like the latest download. But imagine that, getting a betting thing where you can only deposit, you can't cash out. Just to spend it.
This is so much fun. That's some hardcore betting right there, where you lose every single one.
You can only lose. Just put money and lose. That's the game.
But the problem is, with all of these things, you're never sure. Is it me being a shit user? Am I just not realizing what this is in here? Breeze, for example. I went into Breeze and I thought, this is totally useless. I don't know what it is. Until I realized, if you click this top left button, everything opens up. You can do all of the things. And I just like,
God damn it, Karen.
Fool, you're a fool.
But I must say, in the side of complaining about apps, I am disgusted about the automatic ads being played on the Joe Rogan podcast on Spotify. That is filth. That is absolute filth.
Was it at least applicable to Australia, or was it...
No, not applicable to anything. It was just stupid. I was like, what the hell is this? Unskippable. You can't do anything. Yeah. That's like the one time I was like, no, this is bull. Like, I don't want this. I do not want this. And I actually listened to that particular podcast of Joe's for a little bit longer, and I'm like, nah. I actually put me off. I was like, no, I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Well, that's what drove me off. My dislike of ads has been a long-standing thing, and it was really. It's not even that the Spotify app doesn't have all of these new things that I'm playing around with. It's a bit of a bummer that it doesn't, but it's more the ads. The ads just, once they started, they didn't stop, and they drove me off.
Yep.
So, Spotify, if you're listening and you're wondering why you're not getting shout-outs from me anymore, it's because of me.
That's why.
We're talking about, as well, the doppelgangers, and I still haven't found any good ones for you. I think the Aguero one sort of looked like it when I put the photo next to it.
It's the only one.
It was okay. But we have a chance. We have a second chance one. There's a website called twinstrangers.com.
Twinstrangers.com.
So I was looking at... I was just typing... I wanted to know how to spell doppelganger. So I was unsure if it was double L or double P.
Double P?
It's double P, yeah. And I was typing this in Google, and I think I clicked images as well just to see what shows up. And there was a bunch, and then most of these were sort of news sites linking back to something called Twin Strangers.
Okay.
And so it was on that, decision point. How much time am I willing to invest in here? Fuck it, I've got 5 minutes free. Click.
Yep.
So I went to twinstrangers.com. Once again, I think it's because I'm in this real mood at the moment of just being like, here's all of my things. Here's all my details. I don't care if I get spam or whatever. So, I'll just put them all on the mere mortals, and then you can deal with it. And so I joined twinstrangers.com. And
okay.
What it essentially is you put up a photo of yourself, and it'll find a stranger who looks exactly like you in another part of the world who is also on this website. And, man, it looks fantastic. You go to the front page of it, and it's just two random people, and they're twins. They're essentially twins. So you go, damn, this is pretty cool. If they found these two, maybe they can do it for me. I'll bring it up for you now just to see if I can do it for you as well. But they look bang on.
What did they bring up for you?
So, well,
here we go.
Yeah.
A picture of an egg or something.
So there's a couple here. You can scroll through them at the moment. So I put... now, it depends on your photo that you upload as well. So if you're doing a sort of side angle one with shitty lighting, you're going to get other people with side angles doing shitty lighting. So you really want a front-on one, really nice, clear, etc., etc. So
makes sense.
I tried two photos. One was me, where I just did a random selfie in a shit-ass room, and I got shit-ass results from it. So I thought, oh, okay, this isn't so great.
Yep.
So then I did, I'll get a real nice screenshot from one of ours where I look directly at the camera, cut it so it's, only on my face, and here is a result. I'll put this up on the screen as well, so just say at the same time that you click this, and then I'll put it up so we can get your reactions with those at home at the same time.
This with the video, right?
Yep.
Dang.
So...
it's multiple. It's like multiple.
Yeah. So you get a percentage match of what it is. I'm getting all of these just sort of like...
You got a cat?
Yeah, I got a cat. yes. And the cat was like 60... Wait, I think I scroll up to it and show what percentage the cat was as well.
Oh, the cat is... I don't think I can see the percentage thing, but it's from Germany though.
Yeah. So
dude, what
a
match?
German cat. So
There you go. You've
damn.
been matched with like really weirdy. Oh no, hold on. That's a 74%.
Yeah,
You've matched
that's it.
74% with a cat.
So
that worked well.
Yeah, fantastic. So, you know, if you're not watching the video at the same time as this, I can just describe. How would you describe the gentlemen that are?
Look, I described them with like they've obviously been punched in the forehead because they seem to all have bulging foreheads, like specifically in the frontal
the
lobe.
regal forehead.
Yeah,
man, I'm
the
telling you.
frontal lobe definitely seems like it's got a lot of juice in it.
And
yeah, what the hell?
They're just bald guys. They're all just bald guys.
It's all just bald guys
Yeah.
with a bit of a beard.
Yeah.
And then a cat.
Yeah.
74% match with a cat.
So
That's amazing.
the,
I didn't know you looked that closely to a cat, but there you go.
it's my
The more you know.
maybe it's my ferocity,
Maybe.
my feline skills. I'm very stealthy when I need to be. So
Dude.
I imagine that's been transmitted through the photos as well.
I wonder how much checking goes into this as well.
Well, I mean,
Obviously zero, but-
I get the feeling this was a site that some random dude saw two chicks in a bar and was like, damn, are you sisters? You're not sisters? And then he gets drunk enough to register the website, Twin Strangers, pose them $500 to match, to be on their photos. Maybe finds another friend or two who look similar. So he's got, 2 or 3 people he can put on the main site. And then maybe uses hotornot.com or some sort of trafficking to just put a couple of other, show that there's some users on the site.
who
then
match somewhat.
Then goes to some news organizations like, hey, check out this mad site. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. And then it's just a sort of scheme of him pushing out the 2 people who matched, who he found randomly in a bar somewhere. And then getting them on all these websites and then getting jackasses like me to upload. And then they sell my data to, whoever. I don't know. That's
amazing.
That's how I imagine this happened.
What a
because
business idea.
That, and if they haven't done that, and if they're legit, keep at it.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. Although, you might have to reconsider your analytics there if it's really matching with a cat and you're like, yes, 74%.
You know what it is? Their AI is actually just a cat. What's hitting the screen?
I wonder what like 20% matches. Like, what the hell is that? Like,
yeah, God.
just like a single color, a wall, just something random.
Pluto. It's just a picture of Pluto or something.
Good.
I should have. You know what I should have done? I should have uploaded another photo of myself on a
And seen if it matched you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done. Because if I didn't match with mine,
Less percentage than the cat.
yeah. Shit. Anyway, that's our fun meanderings on technology today. So
Goddamn technology.
I hope everyone enjoyed that. Ooh. If you're wondering why there was music in there, I was listening to some Crazy Town as well. Good old Butterfly. Thank you everyone for joining us on this tech adventure inspired meanderings. If shout out today. Actually, no, I'll put it in the musings. Check out for the musings of a commitment that I'm going to make. For the
commitment
for this week, so yeah, it's going to be a commitment. So
okay,
that's my shout out for today. Check out the musings 222. We're getting up there, one. 222. That's it. Is 2 a lucky number in no in any country? No, damn it.
888 would be lucky for China. So
okay,
we're quarter of the way there.
We're getting there.
Good.
We're getting there.
All right, folks. That's it. One out.
Current out.
Woo, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.